Mushoku Tensei is really a special anime, not just amongst the isekai genre, but just as an anime on its own. I'm sure that if you're familiar with the anime, you've heard phrases like the grandfather of all modern isekai, or anime of the year, or the anime where everyone is horny. But today, I'm not gonna repeat how the world building is amazing or how the animation makes my running look like 2 frames per second. Instead, I want to focus on a theme that it excels at where other anime just downright ignore 90% of the time. That theme, as you already know from the title of the video, is family. Okay, no, it has nothing to do with my previous 100% satire video, I swear. I'm serious this time. One thing you can immediately notice right from the very beginning is that the main character, Rudy, has parents. Guys, you have to understand, most isekai MCs don't have parents. They just kind of appear out of nowhere. Rudy came out of the womb and said, "Mother, I am in another world." The point is, within the first few episodes, it already becomes very clear that his parents are important characters to the story and aren't just some throwaway characters to move the plot forward. The things they do have consequences and they feel extremely human, dealing with mistakes being made and trying to grow from them. I mean, hell, his dad got pretty good character development in 1 episode. Where the fuck's your dad after 25 years, Ash Ketchum? The first few episodes focusing on Rudy from birth, simply fucking around at home, was already a good start for the entire family theme for the anime. Then they kinda moved away from it. That's it, end the video. Be sure to like and subscribe! That is until the recent few episodes. Honestly, even as individual episodes, these were easily some of the best anime I've seen all year. Rudy and Paul's reunion after the mana disaster was quite a rough one. Paul looks as dead in the eyes as a Japanese salaryman walking home at midnight. He spent 2 years worrying about the safety of his family, only to be greeted by his prodigy of a son telling him about all the magical adventures he'd been through. The best years of his life despite his entire family missing. Of course he'd be outraged. Can you blame the man? What the fuck was his son doing with a Kirito-level bodyguard and a personal noble waifu? Yet, on the flip side of the coin, Rudy was just a kid, as much of a prodigy as he is. He just wanted his father to not worry, to be proud of all he went through and achieved, to give him a smile and say, "Good job." Yet what he was greeted by was a guy with more anger issues than angry exploding man wanting to beat him with not the belt, but with the fist! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is what pristine medieval parenting was like. Why should he have to deal with this bullshit? It's not like he didn't care about his family, it just never came across his mind that the mana disaster spread all the way to his hometown. What right does his father have to criticize him like that? A situation is presented where neither side is right nor wrong, yet both sides think the other as hysterical. Misunderstandings are often annoying as fuck in anime because it's usually something along the lines of, "Ah! I think she likes me, but actually not. But if I poke her on the arm, she might respond!" And then he pokes her and then she ignores him for the rest of the week because she's embarrassed and what the fuck is wrong with you people? But because we understand everything Rudy went through in these 2 years, and even Paul to a certain extent, it feels like a genuine misunderstanding that would lead to a genuine argument. It didn't feel bullshit. You can sympathize with both sides, but also see flaws or mistakes in their words and actions. If this was real life, an edgy 12-year-old would post a question on Yahoo Questions, writing a 2,000-word essay about how abusive his parents are, and an edgy 14-year-old would reply in 3 months saying, "Bro, cut off your toxic parents from your life!" Then he would, I don't actually know what happens after this. In the anime, however, thanks to Best Girl Bartender, Rudy and Paul just talk and apologize to each other. They both realize their flaws and just apologize. Hugging and making up. When's the last time you apologized after an argument with your dad after a fight? That's what I thought. Fuck, I'm just as bad as all of you. The genuine portrayal of familial love was enough to get a few tears out of me. It showed the genuine argument, sadness, and makeup of a parent and his child, and to me, it was beautiful. The other episode I'd like to go over is the Roxy episode. Another simple, yet nonetheless amazing showing. Roxy had always been an outcast in her town, not having the special telekinesis language, communication, whatever you want to classify hearing tiny fireworks as. This led to everyone in her town seeing her as an outsider, a weirdo, consequently causing her parents to continuously apologize to her. This led her to think that her parents' life would literally be better if she were gone, leading to her leaving the town behind. Damn, when I first encountered her in the first Cour, I already classified her as best girl, but certainly not best girl with depression. The episode follows Horseman convincing Roxy to go home and see her parents. You know, the good horsemen. Not this. Or this. Or this. Oh god, go back! What actually happens though? In all honesty, next to nothing. She went back, had a short conversation with her parents, and realized her errors. She shouldn't have just vanished. She should have known that she was loved all along, and she breaks down crying, apologizing. Why this hits so hard is that while nobody deals with firecracker communication, I'm sure many can relate to the feeling of being an outcast. Perhaps it was due to a physical condition, or perhaps it was the surroundings' fault. But the feeling of unbelonging stays unchanged. I'm sure many have also found it difficult to communicate with their parents. Yeah, I'm calling you out, edgy 14-year-olds. Using a $5 plastic bleach sword does not make you cool. Sometimes you never realize how loved, how wanted you actually were until decades later. It's a mysterious feeling of regret, yet there is still a hint of warmth. Because even if Roxy pretty much abandoned her parents for decades, there was not the slightest hint of a grudge. Just like in real life, parents love their children unconditionally, no matter how much time has passed. Unless you're Dio's dad. Or Yuno's parents. Or boiling water. Anime, you're not making a good case for me! The point is, unless you're a 100-year living vampire that loses with knees, your parents probably loved you. There is a feeling of relatability with Roxy because sometimes, even if you feel a certain way towards your parents, you misunderstand it, you deny it, or you refuse it. But unlike harem anime, sometimes being a hard tsundere isn't a good thing in real life. And Mushoku Tensei is telling you to appreciate and love your parents more by showing the importance of familial bonds, because those bonds are something special. I'm no Confucius, and I'm not gonna sit here all day preaching you to love and respect your parents every fucking day like Christian schools. At least mine did. But you know, if anime is telling your weeb self to love your family, then maybe you should show some appreciation to them every once in a while, even if it may be hard or embarrassing. Me? I'm a tsundere, so I'm not going to. Okay, maybe I will. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Please don't watch my incest video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed and want more anime and memory content, then be sure to subscribe. With that, I'll see you next time.